So sciatica, pain in the back, the hip area, down the leg, basically all round through here, down the leg, maybe all the way to the foot. This is because of a pinched nerve. Now the nerve can get pinched, the sciatic nerve can get pinched in two different areas. Number one is in the lowest part of your spine. Number two is in this hip area. We're going to run through both of them today. I'll explain where and why it's getting pinched and the exercises you need to do to fix this problem. The first place we're going to look at is the lowest part of your spine. So if you're getting pain in the back area, it's been there for a while and it's stiff, bending forwards is painful, you could well have a pinched nerve in the lower back because of a disc prolapse. You can see here the disc looks like this, but it damages the inside material, bulges its way out, and it presses on the nerves which shoot down the leg. So what we need to do is we need to decompress your lower back, take pressure off the disc, which will then take pressure off the nerve. And then we also need to restore proper movement in the lower part of the spine, because more movement through this area means more freedom for the disc and the nerve, which means less pressure on the nerve going down the leg. Let's get into those exercises now. So the first exercise is going to be about mobilizing the lowest part of the spine. I've got two very simple exercises for you. The first one is in this position, and you're going to push your back all the way up into the air and then all the way down through to there. All the way up again and then all the way down. What that's doing is it's articulating, moving your spine in a sagittal plane, which is the front and backwards. And then this exercise we're going to give you now is about freeing up the spine in the transverse plane, which is the rotational force. So you're going to go onto your back and you're going to grab one knee and pull across the body, keeping your shoulders flat. Let the hips drop off to the side. Hold for 30 seconds, and then again, the same thing this side, all the way over, and pause for 30 seconds. So you've got 30 seconds that way, 30 seconds the other way, and then you've also got 20 repetitions of this cat stretch, and that is doing a really great job to free up the joints and the discs in the lowest part of your spine to take pressure off the nerve for less sciatica. The next exercise we're going to do is a decompression exercise of the spine. So the key thing here is that you're hanging your spine to traction and decompress it. If we compress the opposite way, it'll increase the pressure on the disc, which means more bulging, more nerve pressure going down the leg. We're going to do the opposite. I want you to find a kitchen counter, and then you're going to pop your elbows on and let your legs drop off like this. And then you can bend your knees, keep your legs off the ground. The important thing is that you've got your legs and hips hanging, which is creating a tractional force which takes pressure off the disc and off the nerve, which again, as I say, will equal less sciatica. So that's how we're going to take pressure off the discs in the lowest part of the spine. Now, what happens if you're not getting back pain at all, but you are getting a lot of pain here in the buttock, which starts here and starts to go down the leg? Well, if that's the case, you may well have what we call piriformis syndrome, which is a pinching of the nerve in the piriformis muscle right through here. So in that instance, what we need to do is we need to stretch off and free up this tight muscle, which will take pressure off the nerve and then less pain going down the leg. The key exercise here is number two. It's, well, two things. It's stretching out the piriformis muscle, but then also getting some deep inhibition into the muscle to get that muscle just to let go and release. I'm going to show you those two exercises right now. So there's two ways that we can do this piriformis stretch. Number one is on your back with this leg up and across there, and then you're pulling this leg up through to there. Now, this is stretching the piriformis muscle in there. It involves external rotation and then bring the leg up in this direction. So you hold that one for 30 seconds to a minute. Another way we can do this exact same stretch is in this position. So you're going to bring your leg to here and then just lean yourself forwards. And again, it's a very similar movement for this leg. So you are getting that piriformis stretch on the right-hand side. And I want you to hold that one again for 30 seconds to a minute and do this stretch a good 3 to 4, 5 times every single day throughout the whole day. The last thing that you're going to do to free up that piriformis muscle is to get a tennis ball, place it on the floor like I am now, and then you sit on the ball. So you're finding the painful spot in that buttock area, you're putting pressure onto the ball and you keep that pressure there. You keep the pressure on the ball and then the muscle will be very painful as you do that, but it will then just relax and you'll feel the pain dropping down. It might take 30 seconds, it might take a minute, but you keep that same pressure on the ball, and as you do that, the pain starts easing off as the muscle lets go and relaxes, and then once it's relaxed and you get the pain dropping down from maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10, down to a 4, 3, 4, 5 out of 10, you then move yourself around until you find another painful spot and you keep that pressure on the ball again. If it's too painful for you to do this, then get that same tennis ball, place it on the floor, and get a folded towel and place it over the ball so there's padding between you and the tennis ball. That will reduce the amount of pressure going into that muscle, and then over time, as the muscle progresses, you can then take the towel away, maybe a week or two later, and then you've got that ball straight on the muscle, and then you're doing the same thing. So as I say, it's 4 to 5 areas all through that hip area, releasing off that piriformis muscle. And as I say, it might take 30 seconds to a minute for that pain to start dropping off. And that's how we're taking pressure off the sciatic nerve for less sciatica. A really important fact here is that when you've got that healing of area in the hip or the spine, we want to make sure that you're not aggravating the spine over and over again and relapsing the same problem, because of course you don't want to take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. The way we're going to achieve this is by making sure that you're bending the right way, and this is a game changer for many people. So let's get into this one. What I want you to do is when you're stood and you're bending forwards, make sure you don't bend with a banana back, because if you round your back like this, you're putting huge pressure into this area there, which already is damaged because we know you've got sciatica. So what we don't want to do is continue to aggravate this same area and cause problems over and over again. The way we want you to be bending forwards is like this, by hinging your hips backwards like that. That's the key thing. Hinge hips back and keep a straight lower back. So your lower back will look like this as you bend, with a curve going in that way. It's really important that you achieve this. If you bend forward with the back rounding like a banana, you're going to put massive pressure into the discs, which will of course aggravate the area and relapse the same problem over and over again. If you would like more sciatica help, comment down in the comment section. Watch my other sciatica videos. There's going to be one there or there, and I'm sure you'll get lots more information from that.